You said yes. Again. And the moment you did, something in you just sank. You smiled, you agreed. And then you went home, stared at the ceiling, wondering why you feel so empty when all you did was be nice. Sister, stay with me, because what I'm about to say is something no one told you, but your soul already knows. Here's what actually happens. Someone asks for your time, your energy, your weekend, your emotional bandwidth. And before they finish the sentence, your mind is already doing the math. If I say no, will they think I'm selfish? Will they be hurt? Am I being a bad Muslim, a bad daughter, a bad friend? So you say yes, to protect them, to protect the relationship, to protect your image, to protect everyone, except yourself. And then you're exhausted, you're resentful, and then you feel guilty for being resentful because you chose this, you said yes. That loop, that is not a character flaw. It happens when a woman has been taught by culture, by family, by misunderstanding of her faith, that her needs come last. But sister, who taught you that? In psychology, there's something called the Fawn response: fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. Fawning is when we appease people to avoid rejection. We smile, we overgive, we say yes when every cell in our body is saying no. Fawning is not kindness. It is fear wearing kindness as a costume. Real generosity comes from a full cup. Real giving comes from choice, not from fear of what happens if you don't. And this is where your Deen speaks to you. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, your body has a right over you. Your body has a right over you. Islam does not ask you to pour from empty. The Prophet, peace be upon him, rested. He balanced, he protected his energy, so that when he gave, it came from strength, not depletion. And think about intention, niyyah. If your yes comes from fear, guilt, or anxiety about what people think, that yes is not sincere. It is self-abandonment dressed up in good manners. Allah does not ask you to abandon yourself. Culture might, people might, but Allah, He created you with needs, with limits, with a right to rest. Honoring that is not selfishness. It is stewardship. When you cannot say no, your yes means nothing. Because a yes that was never free is not a gift. It is a performance, and you, sister, were never meant to perform your whole life. Here is your one step, just one small, real today. Say no to one unnecessary demand, not a confrontation, not a speech, not a 10-minute explanation, just one quiet, clean, gentle no. It might sound like, I'm not able to this time, or I need to check in with myself first, or simply silence, where before there was an automatic yes. When guilt comes, and it will at first, say this to yourself: I am not abandoning them, I am protecting me, and protecting me is something Allah already gave me permission to do. Boundaries are not walls, they are doors you control. You decide who enters, when, and how. That is not cruelty, that is wisdom, that is prophetic balance. Every time you honor your limits, you teach the people around you something profound, that you are a woman who knows her worth. Stay the course, sister. You are not put on this earth to be endlessly available to everyone except yourself. You are allowed to rest, you are allowed to choose, you are allowed to say no, and still be a good Muslim, a good woman, a good human being. Your yes is valuable only when your no is respected. And if no one has ever told you this, Let me be the first. You are not too much. You are not selfish. You are not failing your faith by protecting your peace. You are just a woman, finally learning to come home to herself. And that, sister, that is where healing begins.